Another great comeback win. We didn't do ourselves any favors in the first inning, and a couple of errors and didn't collect outs on a bunt, and they capitalized and put a 5-spot up. But to our team's credit, and the same resiliency we've seen all year with this team, they're just a tough, gritty bunch. No panic, no fear. Knew they were just going to find a way to get back into it. And starting with the second inning, it just seemed like we just had a lot of quality at bats. Found different ways to score. None bigger than those home runs. Jimmy Obertop's 2-out, 3-run homer. Alden Mathis's home run at the time. But just a lot of guys extending innings, getting on base, drawing walks, finding ways. They had an inning there where we were able to capitalize on a couple of their errors. But I thought the at-bat of the game was Cannarella's 2 strikes, just spoiling pitches, fouling pitches off. Seeing a lot of pitches, working the count, getting to 3-2, and then hitting a huge 3-run jack to take the lead. So that was big time. And then some of the relief pitching we got from Malstad and McGovern and Gordo there finishing it off in the 9th. He looked as good as he's been. Sharp, a lot of strikes, good velo. So all in all, great way to get the victory on game 1, and we've got a lot of baseball left, and we'll need to play better in game 2 and game 3. Just a little bit cleaner of a game defensively and from a pitching standpoint, but love the way our offense competed tonight, love the way we bounced back, love the way we came back, and ultimately got the victory tonight for the team.
Questions for Cam?
Cam, just how fun was it there, celebrating with your teammates after that home run?
We were struggling at first, but we came together and found a way to put runs up and battled a 9-pitch AB, and the team was behind me, and we got it done.
After the Wake Forest series last weekend, how'd you guys kind of regroup to come back to prepare for this series tonight, this weekend?
It's baseball. It happens. We got to regroup, and we trained in the weight room and practice, and we were just ready for the weekend. Beat Boston College.
Following that, when it starts out 5-0 in the first inning, anything said amongst you guys that you're gonna work to get back from that?
Like EB said, we always come back from if we're down or if we're up. Either way, we just knew we were gonna come back and put runs up.
Anything else for Cam?
Can't just take us through that at bat and anything.
Lefty, fastball slider guy, 88, 90. You just gotta help your team out to win the game, and everybody was behind me, like I said, and we got the dub today.
You mentioned the team being resilient to make all these comeback wins throughout the year. Is it kind of the expectation in the dugout when you guys get down, like, we'll be fine, or how's it in the dugout when you guys get behind? What's the things you say to each other, to yourself?
We want to be ahead in the game, but if we're down, we know we're going to come back and win the game.
Anything else for Cam? All right, thank you, Cam.
Questions for Coach?
Erik, what was the message after that Wake Forest game? And I wanted to ask you, even though you hate to lose a game where you couldn't play another one, was it kind of a blessing in disguise not have to play Tuesday night?
We were ready to play. We wanted to play. We were excited to get down there, and I was looking forward personally to see Coach Gilmore and shake his hand and congratulate him on an incredible career, Hall of Fame career. But the guys, the team, they were ready to go. I think they were itching to get back on the horse and have another go at it. Obviously disappointing weekend, but it's a great opportunity to regroup and really simplify and get kind of laser focused on what makes us play well. And it comes back down to a mindset of just about competing, about how hard we play, and then there's an element of this group having fun while they do it. It's not fun to not play well, but it stems from a mindset of just out-competing your opponent or just competing to the best of your ability. And when it starts with that, the execution tends to follow, and and then it doesn't go well, never goes to plan, and you get punched in the mouth like we did in the first inning, and and then you really have to dig deep and find something. And so this week was more about just kind of giving them some big picture stuff, and then kind of lasering in on just getting back to winning pitches. And instead of thinking about too far ahead next week, the week after that, just get back to competing, winning pitches, playing hard, having fun, doing it together. So I thought that the first inning was a really big test, because after the way the weekend went, we've been training, we've been getting ready and preparing, and guys have been in a really good mindset and ready to go, and then bam, 5 spot. I really liked the response. I thought we'd have a good response today in the game, but then the double whammy of what happened early on. And then credit to Boston College. They didn't quit either, even when we came back, and there's a lot of lead changes tonight. We were just fortunate that Cam got that big hit there at the end. But I liked our mindset. I liked our response. I knew we would do that. I knew we would be in the right frame of mind to do that. But again, it's one thing to say it, it's another thing to do it. It's the best quality of this group, is the toughness that they show to never be out of the fight.
Anything else for Coach?
You mentioned the homers for Jimmy Overtop, his three-run homer tonight. You recruited him to Michigan, recruited him to here from Clemson. Just how special is he to you as a coach and to the Clemson this year?
He's an awesome kid from an awesome family. He was a huge impact player at Michigan, starting from his freshman year, which was the COVID year. That team was a very good team. It was coming off of the national championship series the year before, and then early on in the COVID year, that team was ranked number 1 in the country. And it's hard to be a freshman starter on good teams like that, just like it's hard to be a freshman starter on this team. But for him to make an impact early in his career, and then for him to make an impact late in his career on this team, is just a testament to who he is as a person. And he's been elected a captain on this team, and he's just very mature. He's a grown man now, and he's going to have a very bright future. Hopefully, he gets to play this game a long time, because he's got that ability, with his ability to catch and hit for power. But he's come a long way, just from a mental maturation standpoint as much as a physical one. But he can change a game with one swing, but he can impact the locker room just as much with just the leadership skills that he has, and his ability to be a glue guy coming in, and kind of like Riley Bertram did last year, where a new guy comes in and gets voted captain after one fall. That's hard to do, but that says a lot about his character and who he is as a person.
You played this game to win championships, and so today you positioned yourself with this win to clinch tomorrow, the Atlantic. Just what does that say about where you want to be with this team this year, and to have that opportunity this late in the year to win a championship?
Yeah, the championships are the byproducts. All that stuff's the byproducts of all the other things, and and from just looking at the baseball standpoint, there's an execution component of it, and how we play. We were very fortunate to get the win tonight. That tonight was a toughness, gut check, resilience kind of thing, but we just need to play better. Playing championship baseball is about pitching, defense, timely hitting. It's not a 12-10 slugfest. But we'll take it. Again, a championship mindset is also, you're never out of the fight. And if you got to win the game 12-10, that's what you got to do. So I love the mindset of this group. I think we have another level of play. I think we're going to play even better as the weekend goes on. I'd love to see that, heading into the postseason. But yeah, these guys worked their ass off. They just broke their own academic record, 3.32 team GPA. So they broke their own record that they set in the fall. So that's 3 of the last 4 semesters where they've broke the GPA record for the program. But it just gets back to, speaking of, champions behave like champions before they become champions. And it's part of our shared language. And part of our shared language is how you do anything is how you do everything. So these guys are built for championships because they're championship people. They do everything right. So they deserve the the rewards that come with it, because they've been putting in and investing and doing all the little things since August.
You mentioned the struggle first inning tonight. For Ethan, what was your message to him after you pitched 2 innings tonight and you pulled him from the game?
I didn't say much. He's a pretty competitive kid, and he was already. Anything I can say is nothing compared to what he's saying to himself. So I didn't have to say much. He's also a very resilient kid. He's had a tough upbringing, and he's got thick skin, and he's got a calloused mind, and he's not going to let one bad start affect him. I'd say it'll probably help him be even better for his next start. But he was able to look at it very objectively and just recognize that it wasn't his night. And, he was, when he's good, people are hitting it on the ground, and guys were getting underneath the ball and, hit a couple of home runs and, wasn't finishing hitters off. A lot of two-strike hits and two-strike mistakes. So he just, sometimes that happens, and that's the way it goes. And he's been awesome for us all year long. So I would expect that there's a time to have get roughed up a little bit. We'll take it this weekend instead of the next couple.
Anything else for Coach?